In this video, we will explain absolutely everything you need to know to travel to Mallorca, the most complete and beautiful island in Spain. This is the definitive guide and the most complete video you will watch today about the Queen of the Balearic Islands, the place where the Tramontana Mountains meet the Mediterranean Sea, creating beaches that look like crystal pools called cales. We will cover everything from the logistics of how to rent a car without falling into traps, how to get to the most famous beach on Instagram that has no sand, and where to eat the true ensaimada pastry that melts in your mouth. We will also tell you about the vital requirement of travel insurance and how to escape the tourist traps of Magaluf. So let us get started. Mallorca is not just a beach destination. It is a sophisticated island with a vibrant capital, Palma, which has a Gothic cathedral facing the sea, and stone villages in the mountains that inspired artists like Chopin. It is a destination that pleases both those who want luxury and yachts and those who want hiking and wild nature. Now let us move on to logistics and planning. What is the best time to visit Mallorca? The best time is June and September. In these months, the heat is steady enough to get in the water, but the island is not as crowded as in August. Summer, July, and August is the peak. The water is warm and transparent, but the famous beaches become impassable with so many people and prices triple. If you go at this time, wake up at 6 in the morning to get a spot on the sand. Winter is dead for the beach, but beautiful for cycling and hiking. However many hotels and restaurants close in the beach zones, and how many days to stay. The island is much bigger than it seems. Crossing from one end to the other takes over an hour. To get to know the best coves in the east, the mountains in the west, and the capital Palma, the ideal is 7 full days. Less than 5 days and you will spend all your time driving. Now let us talk about transportation and how to get around. To arrive, you will land at Palma de Mallorca Airport PMI, which is huge and receives flights from all over Europe. To get around, the rule is absolute rent-a-car. It is impossible to visit the best beaches called cales by bus. Public transport takes you to the cities but not to the hidden beaches. The roads are perfect, but in the mountains they are full of hairpin turns. Drive with caution and watch out for cyclists who own the road there. Parking is a serious problem in the summer. Most coves have small paid parking lots. Download the Easy Park app or bring coins for the Blue Zone parking meters, called Aura. Staying in a good region will define the style of your trip. The first option and the most strategic is Palma de Mallorca Center. Staying in the capital allows you to dine in great restaurants at night and have cultural life using the day to travel by car to the beaches. It is the best option for those who like city life. The second option is the southeast Cala d'Or or Santanyí. This is the best region for those who want to focus 100% on the beach. The most beautiful and famous coves like Calo des Moro are here. You wake up and are already next to paradise. The third option is the North Alcudia, or Pollença. It is the perfect region for families with children. The beaches here are long with fine sand, shallow water, and lots of resort hotel infrastructure. We created this personalized map that explains exactly which is the best region to stay. Staying in Palma or near Santanyí, you cannot go wrong. We will leave here on the screen QR code and in the video description the link to this exclusive map. We created them on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices and reliable options. We will also leave links to the hotels we have already stayed at and approved. In all destinations, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located for those who want to save money, and another that is a little better in the same location, but a little more expensive with more comfort. These are great options tested by us. An important tip to save on accommodation is the advanced strategy. Mallorca is the favorite holiday destination for Germans and British. In July and August, it is almost impossible to find a room. That is why we really like using this site we indicated. In addition to having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation with almost all hotels. You can book as soon as possible to guarantee a much lower price. And if you need to cancel later due to any change of plans, it is super easy and at no cost. And remembering that, in this link below, we always organize everything you need to set up your entire trip for the lowest price on a single page. The sites we use to build our trips, and that have everything much cheaper, such as international eSIM cell phone chip to have GPS on the island roads, travel insurance with discount, which is mandatory in Europe, tickets for caves, and the cathedral, good and cheap hotels we have already stayed at, and the global account to carry euros. Save this page in your favorites. Now let us get to the main attractions with details you cannot miss. Attraction number 1 is Calo de Moro. It is the most famous beach on the island. It is a natural pool between cliffs with neon blue water. But attention, it has almost no sand. You have to leave your things on the rocks. Access is difficult. You have to walk about 20 minutes down a trail from where the car stops. The official parking is far away in Cala Lombards. Arrive before 8 in the morning or you will not even be able to set foot there. Attraction number 2 is the Palma Cathedral La So. It is an immense Gothic cathedral that sits right on the seafront, which is very rare. The interior has interventions by architect Antoni Gaudí and a stained glass window that projects incredible colored lights in the morning. It is worth entering. Attraction number 3 is the road to Sacalobra and the Torrent de Paredes. It is a winding mountain road considered one of the most beautiful and dangerous in the world. It descends to a hidden beach between two gigantic rock walls, the canyon. The visual is dramatic. You walk through tunnels in the rock to get to the beach. Attraction number 4 is Valdemossa. It is a stone village in the mountains full of flower pots in the windows. It is super romantic. Visit the charter house of Valdemossa, where the composer Chopin lived. Try the coca de patata, a sweet potato bun at local bakeries. Attraction number 5 is Cap de Formentor. It is the northernmost point of the island. It has a lighthouse on top of a cliff with a dizzying view of the sea. In summer, the road closes to private cars during the day, and you have to take an official bus from the town of Port de Pollença to go up. Formentor Beach down below is beautiful and has many pine trees. Attraction number 6 is the Cuevas del Drac Caves of the Dragon. It is located in Porto Cristo. It is a huge underground cave with stalactites home to one of the largest underground lakes in the world, Lake Martel. The tour includes a mini classical music concert where musicians come playing inside illuminated boats on the lake. It is touristy but moving. Attraction number 7 is S Trunk. If you get tired of the stone coves and want a Caribbean-style beach with white sand and infinite turquoise water, go to S Trunk. It is a virgin and protected beach with no buildings around. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy attraction tickets in advance, especially for the caves and the cathedral. We will leave in the QR code on the screen and in the description the link to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the lowest price and with skip-the-line access. Now let us move on to gastronomy. In Mallorca, you eat very well. The icon of the island is the ensaimada. It is a sweet puff pastry in a spiral shape dusted with sugar. The best and oldest one is at the chocolate shop Caen Joan Deus Igo in Palma. Order it with an almond ice cream or hot chocolate. You need to try sobrasada. It is a cured pork sausage with paprika that looks like a red pate. It is eaten spread on toasted bread, often with honey. The simple and delicious dish is pa amb oli, bread with oil. It is local brown bread rubbed with ramelet, tomato, olive oil, and salt, served with cheese and ham. For seafood, order a caldereta de langosta lobster stew, if the budget allows. Quick and in-depth shopping tips. Mallorca is famous for high-quality artificial pearls, manicure pearls, and leather goods in the city of Inca. In Palma del Born and Avenida Jaime III are the chic shopping streets with stores like Louis Vuitton, and also Zara and Mango, which are Spanish and cheaper than in the US. The El Corte Inglés on Avenidas is huge and has everything. What to do at night? Nightlife is divided. The region of La Lonja and Santa Catalina in Palma is chic, full of tapas bars, gourmet restaurants, and beautiful people drinking gin and tonic. The region of Magaluf is world famous for chaos. It is focused on drinking tourism for young British people with neon bars and crazy parties. If you are not in your 20s and are not looking for that, avoid staying there. And if you are traveling with kids, Mallorca is fantastic for families. The beaches of Muro and Alcudia are shallow like pools for dozens of yards, perfect for babies. The Palma Aquarium is excellent. The Kathmandu Park in Magaluf is fun, with an upside-down house and 4D cinema. Mandatory documentation for international tourists and safety. Safety. The island is very safe, but in Palma and on crowded beaches, watch out for pickpockets. Never leave anything of value inside the rental car when going to the beach, as broken windows for theft are common in remote parking lots. Most Western citizens do not need a visa for tourism, but need a valid passport and travel insurance, which is mandatory in Europe Schengen area. Spanish immigration can be strict and ask to see your policy. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description there is the comparator we use. And to combine your trip, Mallorca combines perfectly with neighboring islands. You can take a fast ferry to Menorca, quieter and wilder, or to Ibiza parties and beautiful beaches. The ferry ride takes about 2 to 3 hours. If you liked this complete and deep guide, like the video and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a safe trip.